Hey guys, and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Lauren, and in today's video I am going to be updating you guys on my no-buy year for the month of October. So let's just jump right in. So the first thing that I want to talk about in regards to my no-buy year is the fact that I'm still having anxiety about finishing it. And I mentioned this a little bit in my September no-buy, and I think I'm just afraid of what I'm going to be like when I have no rules, and I mentioned that also in my September video. If you guys want to watch that, I'll link it down below. But I just have been feeling very anxious, and I want to make sure that I am setting myself up for success. And so I'm hoping that once it gets closer, or once I even start in 2021, that anxiety will go away. Because I definitely don't want to do another year of no-buy, because I do love beautiful things and I do love clothes and fashion and all of that fun stuff. So it has felt pretty restrictive not shopping this year, but I think it's really done a lot for the way that I look at shopping and the way that it's affecting my life. So I think that I'm just anxious that all of this hard work and like kind of discovery is gonna just be washed away, but I'm hoping I do better than that when I actually get into it and make up my rules. I just need to do more research and see what others have done after their no-buy year to see how they reacted or what worked for them and what didn't and stuff like that. So if you guys know of anybody doing a no-buy year or that did a no-buy year and you want to let me know to check them out, please put it in the comments down below, because I definitely want to do a little more research to see what's worked for others and apply that to myself. I started my fall capsule this month, which was an eye-opening experience. I will be linking the fall capsule video down below because it was fun to film, but I'm sure even more ridiculous to watch. I realized a lot of things making that video, like the fact that I'm always cold, literally always cold. I've been working from home since July, and every day I'm cold. I'm cold in the summer, I'm cold in the fall, I'm cold in the winter, and I'm cold in the spring. I'm just constantly cold. So anything that isn't going to warm me up, a jacket, a sweater, a long sleeve, anything, it just doesn't get worn. And that's depressing because I just love clothes. Another realization that I had was the fact that I'm definitely not working in an office anytime soon, and so everything that I would wear to an office is just sitting in my closet unworn, which is sad. I love skirts, I love dresses. If I was going to my office, I would have probably put some in my fall capsule, but you know what? I didn't. I even have a jumpsuit that I was like, I'm gonna wear this all the time, but I'm like, I'd rather wear jeans and a sweater than this jumpsuit, because it's cool when I wear it with different cool shoes, and that makes the outfit, and then, you know, I try some cool things with my hair and my makeup to make it even more cool, and it just isn't as cool when you're just not wearing makeup and not wearing shoes and you're wearing a jumpsuit. I don't know. It's definitely forced me to look at what I'm actually wearing in my wardrobe, which I love, and I will definitely continue to be doing the capsule wardrobe going forward until I feel like I don't need it anymore. But for now, I definitely feel like it's really helping me look closely at what I'm actually wearing during each season. So there was a lot of in and out this month when it comes to things that I acquired and bought and stuff like that. So I got rid of a bunch of stuff, but I also brought in like a good amount of things, considering I think last month I didn't buy anything. So for beauty, I got rid of a conditioner, a moisturizer, because they were finished. I had finished them. And I'm going to get rid of all of these beauty products. These two guys are eyeliners. They were drugstore eyeliners, and the thing about them is they were not good. I bought the Master Precise from Maybelline liquid eyeliner, and I remembered it being not the greatest, but I thought maybe they had updated it. No, it still sucks, so don't buy this. And it lasted like the tip stopped getting a product all the way to the end of it, probably like a week after I started using it. So yeah, this sucks. And then the NYX Professional Epic ink liner was good, but it dried out probably within a month. And I was like storing it upside down so all the product could go towards the tip, and I made sure that the cap was on all the time, and it also kind of moved around and got a little like into all my fine lines. So that stunk. So those two were bad, and so I'll just show you guys. I replaced it with the Clinique Pretty Easy liquid eyelining pen, and I really love this. It's very expensive. I think it's about $18, but if I put together the amount that I spent on these, it also equals $18. So hopefully this will last me hopefully like 3 months. That's kind of the amount that I would like. The expiration is actually 6 months, so hopefully get 6 months out of it. But the reason I really love it is it's a brush tip, which not a lot of companies do. They usually do a felt tip liner. Clinique does a brush tip, and the Physicians Formula liquid eyeliner does a brush tip. So I really love this. I have it on today. The application was beautiful. It did take some time to dry down, so I would just keep that in mind, but once it's dry, it really hasn't moved anywhere. So really been loving this. The one day I use it, I got it today. So hopefully this lasts well, but I made sure to get rid of my old ones before I replaced it with a new one. So that is that. And then I went through my lip sticks and I got rid of things that I just don't reach for. And so the first one is this L'Oreal Color Riche Shine in the color Burnished Blush. It's fine. I think I've worn it one time in the probably 3 years that I've had it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of that. This little Tarte lipstick, I really love the Tarte lipsticks. This was part of like a Christmas bundle, so I got 4 in there, and this is just like not my color. It's a very like bluey pink, and those I just don't like the way that they look on me. So love the formula of these lipsticks, but I never reach for this color. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. If you guys don't know, this is Lolita by Kat Von D. This was like a hot beauty product like 5 years ago. Everybody was obsessed with this one and the liquid liner one, or the liquid lipstick version. And this is also probably extremely old and probably bad. I mean, it smells fine, but I just don't think it's probably the best to hang on to it. And I don't reach for it that much anymore because it is pretty drying. So to replace that, I actually picked up the Clinique Pop Matte Lip Color Primer and Base in 10 Clove Pop. They're not exactly the same colors. I have the color of the Clinique one on my lips today. It's like a brownie maroon, and that's kind of what I wanted, but I love the way that it feels on my lips. This was super drying, and I already have dry skin and dry lips and all that stuff, so the Clinique one is very like soft and like moussey kind of on the lips, so I really, but it's not thick. It's like a pretty thin consistency, and it just feels very velvety. Velvety is a better term than moussey. So it's very velvety, and I just love the way that this feels. So I got rid of this guy, and I picked up this. And then I also got rid of the NYX Lip Lingerie in Exotic. I really love this color, so that's why I was hanging on to it. This is another super drying formula. We all remember when liquid lipstick was like the thing, and it didn't matter how drying it was, you bought it and you dealt with it. So I kept this because I like the color, but I ended up finding the similar color from L'Oreal, and this is a new thing. I have never seen it before. It's very similar to the Maybelline Master Ink, not Master Ink. They also have like a matte lip crayon similar to this. which I also have that that I bought last year, which I really love. But this one is the L'Oreal version, and it's the matte lip crayon in the color, what color is this? Sweet and Salty. And it's just like a super nice, another like velvety, very thin consistency that almost looks like your lips, but just in a different color. Just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just like a soft, matte, very just like easy lip product. And so I ended up picking up this to replace that guy. And then I ended up getting rid of 2 more products. They're a Shine lipstick in like a liquidy formula. So we have the Color Jolt Intense Lip Paint from Maybelline, which is a beautiful color and it's a fine formula. I just don't really reach for it that much. It's kind of pale for me. I feel like it almost just like doesn't help me in any way. And then this is another one. It's the L'Oreal version of this Infallible lip paint, and this is in the color Sultry Sangria, and I think it's just hard to wear a liquid lip in a dark color because it kind of goes everywhere, and so I just don't reach for this guy either. So those are things that I'm getting rid of. I bought 1 more beauty product, and this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, and I love this. I use it every time I wear makeup, and it just gives me that extra layer of moisture. So I ended up picking up this month to replace the one that I finished. Oh, I should have brought that out. Anyway, I finished one and I bought a new one. Next, I bought a pair of shoes. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my God, she broke her nose. No. I actually picked up a pair of hiking boots to replace my other ones. Luke and I went on a hike in September, and the shoes that I wore are hiking boots that I've had for probably 5 years, and they are beaten and bruised, and I took them on that hike and my feet were in so much pain. So I felt it was time to replace those. So what I ended up doing was getting rid of those, and I picked up these. They are the Timberland Mount Madison waterproof mid hiker boots in the dark brown color, and I actually ended up picking up a men's 7. I'm a women's 9, and these fit beautifully, and I got the ankle support and they're super comfortable. So I am really happy with these. And the reason I don't consider these breaking my no buy is the fact that they are for a hobby. So like this would be like me buying like knitting supplies or paint supplies or something to that effect, and I'm getting rid of the hiking boots that I currently own, and I don't have any other hiking boots. So that is why these are not breaking my no buy. So finally, I bought a couple of containers and baskets and stuff to organize, and that was inspired by watching the home edit, but I will talk more about that later in the video. In October, I read quite a few books, definitely more than usual. I've definitely been more into reading and taking the time every day to read. So I reread The Year of Less by Kate Flanders. This is actually the book that inspired me to do the no buy, and it was a nice refresher because sometimes you get so caught up in your life that you're like, why am I even doing this? Just like a really easy read and just a great book, and I would definitely highly recommend it if you are thinking about doing a no buy. In fact, I might read it again because, like Kate Flanders, I'm also addicted to television, so I'll mention that in a minute. But this was a really great read, just to refresh, and I think I might even read it again right at the end of December to get me ready for 2021. I also read the book How to Murder Your Life. Well, I listened to it, and that's by Kat Marnell, and that was not what I expected. When you read that, you're thinking, oh, it's like a how to, improve your life, self-help book. It's actually about this girl who works in the magazine industry and is addicted to drugs. So that's pretty interesting, and it was very captivating. It kept my attention the whole time, and I was excited to see what was happening next and how she was going to adapt and change. And so it was really a great read, and I would definitely recommend it. I listened to the audiobook. I got it from Audible, so you can check it out there. I also am currently reading Eleanor Oliphant is All Right, I believe is the name of it. I've seen plenty of people like recommending this book, and so I thought it'd be interesting, and I really like listening to it. I'm enjoying it so far. It's very weird, which is what is drawing me in. I'm like, I need to know what's going to happen next. So if you guys want me to review any of those books and more in depth, definitely give this video a thumbs up or let me know in the comments down below. In October, I watched a ton of TV at the end of a stressful day, just to kind of de-stress, and so I've found myself, you know, hooked in, and then you have to see what's going to happen next and what happened next. So it's kind of gotten to the point where I am watching TV a ton, and I definitely feel like I need to kind of step back and designate times for TV or specific, you know, amounts of time for TV, because there have definitely been days where I am sit down at 12 and I look up and it's, you know, 7 p.m. and I haven't moved, and I watched, you know, 3 seasons of a show. And so I definitely want to kind of decrease the level of TV that I'm watching to find a little bit more of a balance between enjoying a television show and just spending my whole day watching TV. Some exciting things that I did accomplish this month is that after watching the home edit, I was totally inspired to organize different parts of my house, which inspired the DIY of my closet, which I will link the blog post about it down below. I turned my reach-in closet into sort of a walk-in, which was exciting, so I will link that down below for you guys. I also reorganized the bathroom a little bit, our linen closet, and our kitchen a little bit. So I've just been trying to kind of use what I learned from the home edit, and say what you will about the home edit, but I feel like their main goal is to use all the space that you have as functional space. And especially with the closet, I felt like there wasn't any functional space, so I was able to reorganize it so more space is functional space. So that's kind of what I've been doing, is looking at each area of my home and seeing how to best use the space for functionality, and also by making it pretty, by buying pretty baskets and all that sort of thing to make it aesthetically pleasing, so that I want to keep it nice and organized. So a funny thing that I just realized is the fact that when I first started this no buy, if you probably go back to the January-February update, I mentioned that I thought it would be difficult to not buy anything during the fall season, because that's my favorite season to buy clothing, and honestly it has been really difficult. I give myself a break because I will take a photo of something, or I will save it onto my Pinterest or whatever to kind of put a band-aid over the feeling of wanting something. And so that's something really interesting, because I haven't even thought like this is the piece that I want to break my no buy for. I've been like, I hope this item is still available in 2 months, because you know, it's definitely now on my wish list for items that I'd want to buy. And like, of course I want like a big cozy sweater, even though I have tons of cozy sweaters. Are they the right ones too? That's another thing like I've been really thinking about, is like pieces that I have, were they perfect, or did I just buy them because they fit the bill most of the way? And that's kind of the thing that I feel like I've struggled with the most pre-no buy, is looking for something and not being able to find exactly what I want, and then just buying something that's close because it fills that need. Even the sweater that I'm wearing, it's definitely not the most high quality. It's from Target, but it's like this beautiful color, and I wanted a green sweater, and it has a high neck, and it's got a raglan sleeve. Like, so it has a high neck, a raglan sleeve, the green color, but is it the perfect shape, and is it a high quality yarn? No, but it works. Will I get rid of it? Probably not. It's a nice sweater. Hopefully nothing bad happens to it. Hopefully it doesn't unravel. But Yeah, and then it's also that kind of balance between spending extra money on something and hoping to God that you still like it. That's the thing about fast fashion. That's how they get you. You spend $20 on a thing, it goes out of style, and then you don't feel bad about getting rid of it. If you spend, you know, $100 on something and you think it's going to be in style, you think you're going to love it, you think it's going to be perfect, and then something happens and you don't wear it anymore. Like, that's depressing, but I guess the point is to find something that you'll wear season after season, and that's why most people who are on the minimalism train will usually purchase stuff that is more on the super classic side and kind of neutral colors, because there's less of a chance of it becoming out of style. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss anything from me, make sure to subscribe. I put out new videos on Sundays, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!